It's no secret that Korean pop culture has been making huge waves all over the world. From K-pop to K-dramas, their entertainment industry has become a global phenomenon since the late 2000s. And you can bet that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So it makes perfect sense that many K-pop and K-drama fans want to go to South Korea and keep coming back whenever they can. Every country has its own sets of do's and don'ts that travelers ought to be aware of. And of course, this highly visited country is no exception. Whether you're just going for a quick vacation or staying long term, here are the top no-nos in South Korea that every traveler must know about. South Korea has the highest rate of cosmetic surgeries in the world with nearly 1 million procedures done annually. No wonder it's deemed as the world's plastic surgery capital. Some studies even claim that around 1 in 3 South Korean women between age 19 and 29 have had something done. So yes, I get that it might be tempting to play a guessing game of plastic surgery or not with your travel buddies when you're exploring the streets, but please refrain from doing this or even just staring. It's rude, you know? In fact, you'll probably spot many good-looking locals that will make you go, whoa, but whether or not their beauty is unnatural or not is none of your business. When in South Korea, it's a given that you should try out the spectacular local cuisine. Not just the K-BBQ restaurants and fried chicken and bear pubs, mind you, but also the street food stalls. In short, try as many unique delicacies as your tummy can handle. Some of these may come across as quite odd, so your first instinct might be to comment or smell the food first. But take note that that's a definite no in South Korea. If you must, Google the food on your phone first before buying maybe. And for the love of all things good and delicious, don't just stick to international fast food chains during your entire trip. It's a big no in South Korea to show too much emotion in public, whether it's anger, joy, or anything in between. Okay, so you've probably seen some characters on your favorite K-dramas doing the exact opposite. But in real life Seoul, you'll probably get dirty looks when you start squealing and dancing around the streets, or even being boisterous in general. So you better not. We get that you're probably tired from all that walking and exploring, and you're so excited to rest your feet while in transit. But if you're taking the train or bus, please take note that not all seats are a free-for-all. Some of those are priority seats, that is the reserved ones for senior citizens, pregnant women, and PWDs. So best to watch out for those signs before planking down. Though for easier reference, priority seats in trains are usually those beside the handled rails, while bus seats in the first few rows are marked a priority. And when in doubt, it's better to ask a local. You wouldn't want to be that traveler who gets dirty looks from everyone around. I'm not exaggerating, but that extra is really there for a reason. You see, Koreans have a long, complicated history with the Japanese. Unfortunately, this is something that many travelers and long-term expats don't fully grasp, so you might want to do a bit of research on Korean-Japanese relations before your trip. I suppose the rule of thumb here is to approach any topic regarding Japan delicately. This includes, but is definitely not limited to, the Dokdo Islands, forced labor, and referring to the East Seas as the Sea of Japan. When in doubt, just don't say anything even remotely about it. Just like in most Asian countries, it's better to refrain from wearing clothes that are not, well, G-rated. And while we're all about freedom of self-expression and whatnot, it's still important to respect cultural norms, especially when you're in a foreign land. That being said, wearing revealing tops is a big no in South Korea. So you better leave those low neckline tops, spaghetti straps, and open back shirts at home, or at least bring a cardigan or jacket with you. While these tops are considered okay among younger locals, such as those in Hongdae, you might get negative reactions elsewhere. No kidding, but I've heard several stories of travelers being scolded by older Korean ladies in public. On the bright side, though, shorts and miniskirts are perfectly fine. Age is definitely not just a number here. In fact, it's one of the ways for locals to establish a connection or common ground when meeting new people. And if you find that you're the same age as someone, show your enthusiasm, since they most likely would. I know it sounds a bit unusual, but yeah, just try to get along with it. Although, do take note that in South Korea, they measure age differently. Here, they consider newborns as 1 year olds already, hence your Korean age is a year older than your international or actual age. This applies for situations when you're dining with South Koreans, especially those on the older side. This goes out to travelers going there for a business trip, semester abroad, or basically anything that involves major interactions with locals. Before picking up your utensils, take a look at the other people at the table. You see, it's a big no in South Korea to start eating before your companions do, especially if you're not the eldest one there. As I've already mentioned, age is a major factor around here. When in doubt of the other people's age, best to just wait and let them go first. More likely than not, your host will give the green light for everyone to start eating anyways. Better be safe and polite than sorry.